Hello all, this is Kadros, and welcome to part 1 of the Conquest Minimum Maps Challenge. Our starting resources for this map include 3,000 gold, 1 Dragon Vein point, a Corrin with no Yato or Dragonstone or any other items because we skipped the chapters that give him those items. Also no Felicia or Jacob because we skipped the chapter that you would usually recruit him in, which is chapter 6. Now, you might be wondering, don't we skip this 1 Dragon Vein point at the start of the 3,000 gold by skipping chapter 6, which is the Branch of Fate? And to that I would have to say, no, as no Dragon Vein point is actually awarded upon completion of chapter 6, unlike the other regular chapters. This means that these starting resources must be innate and they're not tied to chapter completion. And here you can see that upon completing chapter 6, you don't actually get this Dragon Vein point here. However, this is unlike other chapters where you could see that there is a Dragon Vein point rewarded. So from this we can assume that this Dragon Vein point and the gold is innate to what happens when you enter the city area for the first time. So, why are we taking on chapter 7? Well, chapters 1 through 6 are pretty much entirely unnecessary. They don't really have a good number of resources that are efficient on a per map basis. We could do chapter 6 to recruit Felicia, but that's really not very efficient just to do it for 1 unit. Chapter 7, however, has 4 very valuable units that'll all see a lot of use throughout the playthrough. Also, training Corrin on enemies that he can actually kill is really important, because in future chapters, if we were to skip this one, then Corrin wouldn't really be able to kill anything too easily. And future chapters without these units would be impossible. So theoretically, you could try to do chapter 8, but you'd be doing chapter 8 with a Corrin that's level 1 with a bronze sword, an Odin, and a Niles, which, from my testing, doesn't seem like it's possible. So for our pre-map preparations, we're going to build the Dusk Armory so that we can equip Corrin with a bronze sword, so we can actually participate in combat. Also, we're going to go buy a Javelin, as although it's not necessary, it helps a lot with combats and generally just makes things easier to manage. So going over our new units, in this chapter we will recruit Silas, who is going to be our only shelter user throughout the entire playthrough. He has a very good personal skill that carries this map. Also, Elbow Room is very good. So effectively, if we set him up correctly, he gets plus 6 damage dealt and minus 3 damage taken, even without Corrin's supportive skill. He also just has very high movement and great skills for the early game, and he's just very powerful as a combat unit early on. Elise is also another important unit, another high movement unit, and importantly a staff user. She's going to be our only staff user for a while. She also has a very useful damage reduction skill in the Elise Poise, Demoiselle, and Rally Resistance in the future. And surprisingly, she has very good combat when promoted straight away, and she's going to be useful throughout the entire playthrough. And she's also one of the only units that we have that has access to damage reduction skills, and one of our only staff units for a while. Our next unit is Arthur. Arthur is a little bit less useful than the other units, however he still is very useful. Notably, the fighter class pair up is really useful. Being able to on command give someone plus 4 strength and 2 speed is extremely useful. Eventually he gets access to rally strength, which is useful utility, and he also comes with the hand axe, which gives him a viable 2 range option right away. 2 range options in this playthrough are very limited just because we're not going to have a lot of gold to buy those luxuries. However, Arthur does have a bit of underwhelming combat. Generally facing high crit chances is not a good thing, and his hit chances aren't too great either. And normally the way you would fix this would be to buy a bronze axe. However, I don't really want to buy a bronze axe. It's not really something that we can afford to just buy bronze weapons, unfortunately. Effie is our next unit, and she is quite useful. Despite her low movement, her combat is just really good. It's good enough to redeem her low movement. The Javelin that we bought does allow Effie to nuke enemies from range, and Puissance essentially gives Effie plus 3 damage dealt. And Arthur's pair-up or dual stripes allow Effie to do significant damage, even in later chapters when she's underleveled. So even in like chapter 20, Effie's able to hit some one-shot thresholds on some of the mages, which is quite impressive for being a unit that throughout this playthrough we don't actually train too much. In later maps, her plus 4 defense on pair-up is pretty useful as well. So our goals for the map is pretty much just to train Corrin as much as possible. Because he's going to be the one killing Takumi in Endgame, we need to feed him as many kills as possible, and it's also really important to raise his weapon rank so eventually he can get to using the Brave Sword. We also want to make sure we conserve Elif's free staff uses so that we can use them later or even sell them later. And I'll tell you right now that we will end up selling Elif's remaining freeze uses because we do need the gold. Also, we just generally want to build supports between Arthur and Effie and Corrin and Silas. Our main strategy on this map is to make good use of Silas's personal skill to survive long enough for our reinforcements to come. So on turn 1, we move Corrin downwards so that he can get to low HP by getting attacked by a Faceless. And then we wait for Silas to come. Silas comes, and then since his personal skill is activated, we can pair up Corrin with him. He becomes very strong and very tanky, especially with Elif's support. Then we take control of the lower bridge choke point and clear enemies on the lower part of the map. We do this mostly with Silas and Corrin, as they're really strong paired together. Now, once we secure this bottom choke point, this map becomes pretty easy, and we can start feeding kills into Corrin pretty easily. And we can train him up, which is really important for our end game eventually. Thank you guys for watching. Stick around if you'd like to see the Chapter 7 map clear in full. And next time, we'll be going over Chapter 8.
You'll be all right. We won't give up. I'm with you. Careful out there. Here I am.
Over here!
Let us join our strength.
Strength is everything!
Show me what you've got.
Be careful! We can do this together.
Aw, yeah!
You're not alone. Let's do this! On guard!
You have my support.
We'll be okay, right?
Please, accept my help. On my honor.
Stand down, fiend.
I'll crush them!
It's team-up time! Stand down, fiend! It's team-up time! You have my support!
Let's do this!
We have no choice.
You're no match for us!
Be careful!
Hey! Don't forget about me!
We can do this together. I'll crush them! On my honor as a knight. You're not alone. Careful out there! I can do this! We can do this together!
Let me help!
We have no choice. We can do this together. On guard! You'll be all right. Be careful!
It'll work out.
I'll crush them! Let's go.
Check out my skills!
I'll protect you. We can do this together! I'm with you. You'll be...
Hey! Don't forget about me!
In the name of justice!
I'll protect you.
Let me help!
You'll be... I'm with you.
Let us join our strength.
Here I am.
Check out my skills!
We won't give up. Here I am.
Uh-oh. What now?
In the name of justice!
Ready for this?
You're no match for us!
Here I am. I believe in you. Yes. I'm with you. This is...
Aw, yeah!
It's team-up time!
You'll be all right.
Show me what you've got!
I believe in you. I'm here to help.
Check out my skills!
You'll be all... Ready for this?